First couple of things I want to say is that we may have some new people in the audience that haven't been here before, so I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself if you haven't. So if anybody wants to stand up and embarrass themselves or want to introduce themselves, go ahead.
Hello.
Michael Hamilton.
Nice to have you here.
Steve Lesser.
Except Nancy, I'm sorry, I missed it. Becky.
Where do you live on the island?
Yeah. Right next to Mystery Bay Park.
Oh,
They're
nice.
Emily Johnson family.
Oh, nice.
Hamilton, should somebody ask them where to live?
Oh.
Fitness Trail.
Finish straight. Okay, great.
We're next door to Colleen and Al Ebkin.
And Katie?
I'm Katie. My husband Kevin and I live at where Flagler and Schwartz split, so maybe we're your neighbors, a couple places removed. Anyway, good. We'll talk afterwards.
Good. Glad everybody gets a chance to meet each other and get to know each other better. We've had a few things going on in the last few weeks, and I wanted to thank, especially thanks to Rod Newsom and Bob Jaffe, who organized and put on the talent show we had last month. Rhoda did double duty. She was an organizer as well as part of the talent. And so we also, besides the organizing, we couldn't have done it without the talent. We have some of those people in the audience today who participated. So thank you to all the talented people that participated. And then all you need to do is scrounge around and get all the other people we know have talent on the island to come next year. Had a great, one other thing, we had Chief Black here from the East Jefferson Fire and Rescue. Jessica helped organize a wildfire preparedness meeting. When was that, last week? Or maybe the week before?
Just a couple of days ago, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't that long ago. Anyway, we had good attendance for that, and I appreciate all the work that Jessica did to help put that together.
And I was listening to the videos she posted, and they're really good. So if you missed the meeting, by all means, listen in on the videos Jessica posted.
Yeah, thanks, Rita. This is the end of my term as the president, so first thing I do is thank the board members who are part of the team here. Linda is going to be going off the board as our past president. She had a tough road to hoe, and she was involved because we were going through the pandemic, and I really thank her for sticking to it and making sure that we get us at this end where it's a lot more fun than all the things that she had to deal with. So I appreciate all the work that Linda's done as past president. Our stalwart treasurer, Barry Larrick, will be going off the board this year too. And you know, Barry's the current reigning Citizen of the Year. And Ellen, right? Couldn't do without Ellen. I hope you didn't get wet on Saturday when you were at the parade.
It was beautiful. It was a great ride.
So, but today's our election of officers, and so we have a little business to take care of. So I'll read the slate of officers real quick, and then we can, if you are satisfied with them, we can vote. Or if you want to nominate somebody from the crowd here, we can do that too. So first off, that's myself. I'll be taking the office of past president. Jessica Lowe will be coming in as our president. Rhoda Newsom has agreed to come on as vice president. Nancy Nuremberg, who isn't here tonight, she's in Japan or someplace like that, and so she's going to be taking over as treasurer. Thank you, Nancy. Bob Jaffe, who's been a member at large, is stepping up to be the secretary, and we have Colleen Atkin will stay on the board as a member at large, and we have new member Jackie Canterbury, that many of you probably already know, is going to be joining the board as a member at large. She couldn't be here tonight as well because she had a previous commitment, but that's our slate of officers that we have, the board has put forward. And if there's any nominations from the floor, I'm not seeing any. I would like to entertain a motion to accept the slate of officers for the next year.
So moved.
So moved from Barry, second from Doug. Thank you. And so all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for that ringing endorsement. One of the things our bylaws say is that we have two members that are supposed to be elected at the meeting. I'm not holding out a lot of hope that this might happen tonight, but we'll always never might happen, is that we have a nominating committee. So the board took on that role this last year, and they may have done that in previous years, but our bylaws say that we are to ask for 2 members for the nominating committee to be elected at this meeting. So if anybody wants to raise a hand and say they want to be on the nominating committee, you will be duly elected. But if nobody does, we will proceed with the assumption we'll continue to do it the way we've been doing it for the last year. So who's raising their hand? Yeah, kind of what I expected. So we will have to go find people or on our own. But I just want to say, in all sincerity, it's nice to see people who are stepping up to be members of the MICA board. And if you feel so inclined, don't hesitate to say you'd like to do it and get involved and participate with MICA. A couple things in terms of upcoming meetings. We have coming around the corner in June is our Strawberry Festival. It's scheduled for Sunday, June 23rd. It'll be held at Fort Flagler this year. We're going back to Fort Flagler, and we're looking forward to a great Strawberry Festival there. And Jessica and the board and is our coordinator, and Rada and others are coordinating all that. Still a lot of loose ends that we have to close, make sure it all works successfully, but I'm sure we'll have a good time and everybody will participate. And then just another quick reminder, it's not until September, but we had to cancel the potluck dinner last year. I'm fingers crossed that we'll be able to have the potluck dinner again in September, and we will be on a hiatus between now and when we have our meeting in September. So I'll go through the regular report. So Barry, you have the treasurer's report?
Sure. Okay, the MICA checking account has $3,545.27. The Soundview Cemetery Fund has $11,474.40. And the CD from the cemetery is $15,872.28.
Thank you, Barry.
I would just like to remind people that we are now accepting dues for the 2024-2025 year. And if you pay anytime after, or today and after, your dues will be good until August 2025. So you can pay by cash, by check, by credit card. You can go on the website. There's a PayPal link on the website. You can pay your dues that way, and you don't have to be a PayPal member to do it. I can take a credit card right now if anybody has one. I've already done it today. I have connectivity here, so anyway, join MICA.
We have a question?
$20 for a family for 1 year.
The best deal in town.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. And a good reminder on the dues. I appreciate that. Any other questions? Do we have any other questions for Barry? Okay, this is his last meeting, so you can put him on the spot.
Well, I'll still be treasurer until Nancy gets back from Japan. I still have the keys to the safe.
Next on the list is Cemetery Committee. Bruce?
Thank you. I'll speak loudly, but if you can't hear me, raise your hand, which you won't know. I want to thank the people who came out for our annual spring cleanup at the cemetery. Most of the committee members were there, and we always appreciate it when people answer the call on Nextdoor, Groups IO, and come out. We had a couple of neighbors, and we had several others from the island at large. We know everyone loves to weed, but it is helpful when there are more hands doing it than just a few. So that took place back on Saturday the 4th. And I also want to thank Gary for arranging the loan of a trash trailer that dumps. I've been going to the dump after these cleanups every year for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years with an ancient trash trailer I inherited from my father, and standing there pulling that stuff out of the trailer one thing at a time. And it's gotten to the point where I always have somebody on each side of me going, and then they're just smiling and waving. But we got to do it this year, so it was really fun. So thanks, Gary, for helping us out. One other thing about the cemetery, as you know, we have a grant from the state to replace the sign. It's moving along, it's moving slowly, but I do have now contracts from both of our subcontractors that can build the support structure and the sign itself. Be submitting those to the state, they have to approve those, and then when they say go, we can start work. So don't expect it to be in place until probably closer to summer, early summer, hopefully. But in the meantime, we are going to take the existing old sign that blew down and have made some little supports to temporarily place it in the lawn area to the left of the driveway, closer to the road. And we're going to experiment with various heights and placements in the grass so that we get the best visibility from the road when we come in. But it will be the old sign. And there will also be, I have to put in a plug for the state of Washington, the Department of Archaeological and Historical Preservation, who gave us the grant. They require that we put a little sign out there, so I have a sign printed up, and so you'll see it posted there saying that thanks to the state, we have money to improve our cemetery. And we got it because we are a historic cemetery. We're old enough to qualify and got some of their money, so I appreciate that.
How old is it?
It was started in 1895. And with the new sign will show that, the established date, which the old one did not. So, yeah, we've learned a lot about the history of the cemetery in the process of getting a license and getting the grant request in. They asked so many questions about the cemetery in the grant request, we had to really learn what its history has been, how it came to be, how meaningful it is to the community, and how many veterans we have there, and what wars they served in, all that kind of thing. We put a lot of information together, but it was worth it. So, any questions on the cemetery? Thank you.
Big thank you to the cemetery committee. We know that Soundview Cemetery gets its name because it has a great view. And if everybody's been there, they'll know that it has a great view. So the message is that if you want to, it says history, people are dying to get in there. Yeah. Moving along. Bob, did you have anything to add on the membership committee besides the dues?
Well, yeah, a question about whether your membership expired. Seating after the meeting in there's going to be an up-to-date list. We have about 80 people on now, and I'd like to double that.
Great, thanks, Bob. Carol, do you have something from the Northern Garden Club?
Sure. Thank you. He thinks that I don't talk very loud. But welcome everybody, and thank you so much for all your support. We had our plant sale, which we do every other year on April 27th. Did very well. Appreciate everybody coming out and helping for that, as well as our arts market that we had the day before Mother's Day. And that was pretty successful for some of our very young island residents. We had a couple of college students, having flower bouquets and cards and different things, and they did pretty well. The rest of us old-timers was quite a social event, so the sun was out. We all wanted to talk and not shop. But thank you, everyone, for your support. And then I just wanted to point out up here, there's some of these brochures about the Northern Garden Club. It's got the information in there, a little bit about us, and if you want to do building usage for any picnics that are coming up or family events, etc., there's some information in there of how you can contact us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And we have a couple more reports. Mayor's not on the foundation. Jim's not here tonight. Is anybody giving a report on MIF? Okay, so Jim's not here, so we'll skip that. Friends of Fort Flagler. Mark, did you have anything you wanted to report on?
We had our membership meeting recently. I see a number of you in the audience who were there. And we took a vote. People put dots next to all of the different categories of things that we're involved in. And the number one thing came out, it was a little unexpected for me. Wildlife protection and habitat preservation was number one on the list. So in that vein, one of the things that we're really pushing on right now is to see as much of Marrowstone Point restored to its original landform as is possible. USGS, that operates the research facility, is going to be applying imminently here for permits to undertake major changes in the revetments, the dikes that are built around their facility to make it more flood-proof. But on the other side of those dikes is a tremendous opportunity to improve an original salt marsh and a very rare prairie that exists there next to the salt water. It's an unusual landform, a very high priority. So we're hopeful that we'll be able to see some of that habitat restored. That's something we're working on. The other thing I want to mention are a couple of volunteer opportunities. One, for those of you at the membership meeting, you heard the wonderful presentation that we had from our friends from the Port Gamble and Jamestown Sklallam tribes. And you know that they're planning a mini canoe journey again. We had one in 2022. This one will be the 11th through the 14th of July this year at Fort Flagler. And the beautiful thing about this is that whereas the federal government recognizes now 3 separate tribes, if you will, it was all one Sklallam people before white people and Governor Stevens and the treaties and so forth came along. And this is an opportunity for them to rejoin that effort and to visit places that were very much a part of their historic lands and waters. So the volunteer opportunity is if you're interested in being an ambassador, that's the term we put on this, which is really a role played in educating park visitors, campers, and others about what's going on with these canoes coming to the beach and people camping in an area where they normally don't camp, and why can't we be looking in on all this? Well, we're there to help with that, and it was a very much appreciated role that we played in 2022. So if you're interested in that, let us know. You can go on the website and let us know under volunteer opportunities. And I think I'll leave it at that. There are lots of other things going on and plenty of places to volunteer. So some of you that are new here to the island, if you have any interest in working on trails or buildings or whatever, have we got opportunities? Thanks.
I attended the meeting, and one of the couple things I learned was all the effort that's still going on to do more restoration at the park and a new visitor center there, not entry
Welcome
center, welcome center, thank you. That's going to be under construction. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on at the park this year. And I think the excitement has been building for a while, and everybody's getting anxious, but on Saturday, what's going to happen?
On Saturday, we are having it happening at the Nordland General Store, which is actually going to open. And we have a lot of merch. One example, our sweatshirt with our new logo. It's very exciting. It has been so much fun and to be involved in this project. And there are some people in this room who've just spent hours and hours helping us get ready. Bruce and Vigo, to name 2. And we open at 9 o'clock. We'll be open all day. We'll be open for Tractor Days, which is the next day. So come and see what we've done. We've got food, we've got specialty food, we've got local artists, we've got merch, and just come and see what we've done. It's really fun. Yeah. Oh, and if you have not already become a member, we'd love for you to join. It's a lifetime membership of $250, and you can get online on our website, or you can tomorrow, Saturday at the store, you can sign up or talk to me if you want questions about how signing up. And be sure you tell your friends. We want people to join and be part of the cooperative, but you do not have to be a member to use our store. Everybody is welcome.
And you don't have to live on Mariston Island to be a member as well.
No,
so
we have a lot of members actually who are not on the island.
Yeah, so the excitement is building. I hope to see everybody on Saturday at the store, and weather is going to be great, right? And tractor days on Sunday, looking forward to seeing all those tractors down by the store as well. So as I was going through the agenda, I forgot one thing business-wise I was forgot to take care of. And this is just a little thing. Mike has some standing rules. They're pretty basic. First one, we have our dates for our meetings. We have an annual potluck, and we do our strawberry festival. In our standing rules, we have a reference to our relationship with the garden club, which is not a big deal. Everything's great with the garden club, but they've changed their dues. So I'll read what it says, and then we can decide what to do. But it says MICA members will assist in repair/construction of the premises at the request of the garden club. MICA will make a donation of at least $250 to the garden club annually in September to help cover expenses on the hall. Pretty straightforward. I don't think it's necessary to even be in the standing rules, and so my proposal that I'd like to ask the members to support is basically removing item 4 from the standing rules. We have a good relationship with the garden club. They have the right to set their fees and dues any way they want. So I think we need to have it written in our rules. So if anybody would like to make a motion to remove item 4 from the standing rules, I'd appreciate that.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
I'm sorry, the question was?
I'm sort of confused about what this is about.
Okay, so the rules, the bylaws were written a long time ago, but they also included some standing rules, not part of the bylaws. They're just how we operate. And so in the course of going through these things, I realized we've got this thing that says we're supposed to pay $250 to the garden club. They've changed it to a $75 a meeting rent or something like that, which is their prerogative. So it doesn't make sense to have it in here. So I'm just trying to get it removed so we don't have it as a kind of a. Yeah. So if anybody, go ahead, read
Can
it.
we just change the wording so it says the amount the garden club requests?
And if they want to change their rates, then we'll have to change it again.
No, we just say.
Oh, okay, I understand. If you prefer to do that, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Okay, so Rita's motion
Yeah, sure.
is to amend the language to say that the MICA will make a donation at the amount determined by the garden club.
Second it.
I heard a second from somebody. Okay. So if everybody understands what we're voting on?
Yeah.
Okay, so all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, just a little relic we have to get rid of in our bylaw or page. So thank you for bearing with me on that little thing. I forgot to do it earlier. So now we're at the point where we have our program. First is Siobhan Candy, and Siobhan is from the Jefferson Community